Hello, Joshua Collin here. Thought I'd do a quick project video. What you see is a 300 watt heater. I got it Central Sales as a surplus item. It was probably used for some sort of heating equipment or cabinet. And what you see attached to it is my homemade harness that I made. I bought it several years ago. Sorry, I just closed my door. And I did a quick diagram of when I got it. The heating element is 47 ohms. I calculated out what the wattage is, and it's the whole thing, including the fan, is running about 288 watts. The fan itself draws 10. It does produce quite a bit of heat. So you got your yellow going into the heater, then yellow coming out. And you got gray going into the fan. It's a Kosen Dekico Limited 4H3 fan made in Japan. And then yellow and the gray goes into the orange coming out of it. And this was sort of my idea of how I wanted it. I'm not running a fuse on it. This was sort of an idea of what I was going to do, but that's sort of not how I have it wired. So like I said, I bought this several years ago at Central Sales, and I just got around to making a harness for it. To start out, there was a bunch of other wiring that was on here that I got rid of because I didn't need it. Sorry. There was a bunch of wiring on here that I got rid of that I didn't need, sorry. I'm sort of looking at it, well, yeah, so what I did was I have 3 connectors, 2 blue and 1 red. The red is for the neutral, and the 2 blue are for the heater and the fan. I had to do a wire buildup for the blue and the red, because it's the terminals I had and didn't want it to fail. I did have one of the red one with the red on orange fail. It literally pulled out, so I had to recrimp that. Luckily I had another one. For both the heater and for the fan, I have them different, so I can only plug them in one way. And I have 3 20 gaugers going in to the wire that was provided. Then I got a 20 gauge and a 22 gauge for the neutral. That's the orange. This cable I got from work. It was scrap. It's the reason why it doesn't look like normal household wiring or for automotive is this is aircraft wiring. It has a thinner jacket, but it's rated for the same voltages and all that. It doesn't like UV that well. So I got 6 spools of it, different gauges, different types. So that's what I had on hand, and that's what I used. The brown covering is a fiberglass sheathing that is outdated. I used 3 originally, and then I have a 22 gauge tracer wrapping around the neutral 20 gauge, and I have the unused 20 gauge wrap heat shrinked and folded back so they're out of the way. The fiberglass is just to keep the good portion of the harness together. It's And then, sorry, I'm doing this on the sort of on my desk, handheld. I got, how I have it wired is I got a short lead coming in, then here's the neutral going into the neutral, so this switches all the power. This one is for the fan coming out of the hot. Then I got a jumper, sorry, which is 320 gaugers, 2 ring terminals into the switch, and this goes up to the heater, and that's, so the heater cannot run unless the fan is turned on. That's how I have it wired. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the corrosion or not, but I cleaned that off for the ring terminals so that it's nice and clean. It's almost like a squirrel cage fan, and that is the heating element right there. When I did first fire it up, it pinged because I haven't used it before. I'm gonna maybe mount this. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it. It's just a thing that I had that I wanted to take care of. And I guess you guys want to hear it run. So, plugged in, switches are off. There's the fan. It blows quite a bit of air. Then I don't know if you can pick that up, but it is, and you can actually hear it and feel it, like right there. It's really warm to the touch. Then that way I can shut the heater off. The fan is still running to cool the heating element down. And that's that. I did got a picture of what it draws with heating element on. It's about 288 watts at whatever the line voltage is. I'm really glad I got this done. That way I don't have to have it sit for so long, and yeah. So, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.